We're doing some upgrades on my OEM MS460. Yes, I am putting some aftermarket stuff on it, but I am going to keep every OEM part. I do not want to cut holes into my OEM muffler. I will keep my OEM dogs. And I just want to see what this aftermarket filter is like. Of course, the excellent Duke's chain for this 24-inch bar. We're removing the skip chain that is on there and going with a full chisel, full comp chain. Let's get started. First, get started by removing the bar and chain. Saw is old. It does not have captured bar nuts, but you know what? It's okay. It doesn't have a computer and it runs. And they're known to last a very long time.
I find this saw to be extremely consistent in how it operates. Uh-oh!
Real quickly just spray. I don't know if this is going to matter, but I want to just get a little bit of WD in there, kind of act like penetrating oil. I'm going to break these loose. That was easy. 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 And easy. All right, now I don't like using impacts all the time, because I feel like once you go too far, you've gone too far. I feel like this face cover comes off. There it is. I figured it might just be a situation like that. That's what it looks like inside. Okay. Looks like there's some scoring on that piston there. Well, that means that I'm probably going to want to, well, that was unexpected. All right. I don't want to run this much until I figure out what I'm going to do with that. Because if the cylinder's okay, I can just replace the piston. All right, here. So that's not cool. It's not exactly what I want to find. Yeah, I need to address this before I run it more, because if my top end is still in good shape, I don't want to push it. Let me know what your thoughts are, everybody. Yeah, I think I need to do something with that before I continue to run this saw, because I do not want to blow up the top end here. Definitely has some scoring on it. We'll go ahead and continue. I'm just going to go ahead and mount the muffler here. Honestly, it's kind of a waste of time at this point because of what I just found. Yeah. All right, so this is the aftermarket muffler here. Pretty cool. It's got holes drilled in this baffle here, and it's got exits here and here. So that's pretty darn cool. I'm excited about that, to be bluntly honest with you. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to mount this up in here. know if the holes are going to line up well enough, honestly. My plans may have been thwarted. So that muffler right there, I like it. It needs a little bit of help down on these muffler holes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to correct that. I'll grind those out a little bit with my rotary tool. In the meantime here, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the old exhaust in the box here with the correct bolts for it. Again, I don't think I'm going to run it because I need to correct. I don't want to blow it up, basically. That's all it's to it. You know, I could just have an air leak too. I mean, it truly could just have an air leak. It really probably needs to be gone through. So this is probably going to be the time to do it. A good thing I'm fresh on doing that. You want to try?
Yep.
Okay, I'll hold this. Go ahead.
That's hard.
With that being said, I'm not going to mount these other parts up. It's kind of a waste of time because I need to basically just disassemble this sucker again anyway. We will revisit that later. Again, I don't want to take this thing too far and hurt it because I think it's a pretty clean specimen. It could have just had an air leak. You know, well, shoot, maybe maybe the guy got it, the one that I traded the 660 with. It's possible that he got such a good deal on a few of these saws because there was little bits of trouble with them. And I still don't necessarily feel as if, I don't feel like it's as good of a deal as I got before. But at the same time, I did state that had he not torn them down, he didn't necessarily know the full story on these saws. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and look into this a little bit further. Hopefully the OEM cylinder's okay and I can just go ahead and replace the piston. I could definitely go OEM, but on the piston, it might be worth it if the cylinder's in good shape. Okay, if the cylinder's in good shape, I probably might want to go OEM. However, I want to hear your guys' opinions on this. Because if it just makes more sense, like let's say the piston the cylinder's toast on this thing, or less than optimal. Let's say the cylinder's less than optimal. I might be able to just go ahead and put new seals and a new piston aftermarket, right? And run it as long as it'll run. The reason why I'm thinking about that is I just want to know if the cylinder's in good enough shape to use, but it's not pristine and it's already gone anyway. And if I can run an aftermarket piston in it, it might be worth it. So again, share with me. You know what? I am going to go ahead and just fire this sucker off real quick. It's got plenty of oil inside. Who knows? This could have been run on STIHL Ultra its entire life as well. Let's go ahead and run this sucker real quick. I just want to hear what this muffler sounds like. I mean, I've already cut with this thing. I'm sure it was already like that. I'm not putting these lower bolts in here because they need some help. All right. All right. This saw always pops off immediately. Well, it's quite a bit louder with that dual port, I would say. So everybody, let me know your thoughts on that. Of course, that's not what I wanted to see. Would it hurt just throwing a good quality aftermarket piston in there? Maybe even a pop-up and do a base gasket delete, do new crank bearings and run it. Would it be worth it? Tell me your guys' thought. I would, of course, I'm not going to spend $400 restoring this by buying an OEM top end. I'm just not going to do that. The saw in used running condition, I would say maximum is worth, you know, $800 or so. If it was, I mean, right now even, I mean, a saw's probably worth, I don't know, $600-700 even with the condition it's in, because that way, I mean, it just might just need seals or something. You guys know this is not my specialty, but at the same time, that muffler does sound good. Let's try it one more time. Awesome. There we go.